Hello guys, it's Jacku here. Today I'm going to be talking about something which is a bit different. I never really made this type of video before, but it's all unscripted, so it's going to be coming straight from my heart. And it's quite a vague subject, it can cover quite a lot of things, but I'm just getting my personal view out about this subject. So what I'm going to be talking about today is just products which run for a limited amount of time. And obviously this is used a lot with the music industry. You can get limited run albums, you can get limited run fashion. I know people that are into fashion, some clothes you can buy are only limited run. But mainly what I'm going to be sticking to today is like video games and stuff around that subject area. So one of the first things which annoys me, and I'm assuming a lot of other people on the internet, I hope it's not just me that sees things this way, but amiibos, for example, are amazing. I wish I could collect them. There's hundreds of them. They are all so cool. But there's one problem. They get out of stock so quickly. Honestly, you look on Amazon, you can barely buy amiibos for the retail price anymore. You can always look at the high street shops. I've looked in Argos and stuff like that, and you can get them around regular price, but they don't have all of them. And there's a lot of amiibos that are more like this. Like, I know the beginners Smash Bros. Amiibos, like Link, Mario, Mega Man, they're all quite pricey now. And obviously, you get the ones which are limited run, like the Gold Mega Man Amiibo, and those go for about £100 now on eBay, if you're lucky enough to find one that isn't bidding and is buy it now. And for me, that worries me because I understand Amiibo, the only format you can buy them in is the physical amiibo format. And for collectors, like I'd like to be a collector, but I only have like 5 amiibo. I'd like to be a collector, but it really puts you off knowing that if you want to get a full collection, which I will, it's going to cost me a couple of £1,000. And the digital content which is unlocked in the games from these amiibo, it's it's exclusive to the amiibo you buy. So let's say, for example, the Wolf Link amiibo in Breath of the Wild, you can use it to get a Wolf Link pet. Not really a pet, like an assistant, whatever. But you think because it unlocks a little bit of in-game content, which the developers have put time and effort into, it would be a readily, easy to get product. But the Wolf Link amiibo is one of the hard ones to get. You can only find it for about max. You can find it. I can find it around £30 on Amazon and other shops. But the game is £50? Is it worth paying £30 to unlock this small piece of digital content from an amiibo? It's some people go that I'm perfectly fine with paying for that. That's absolutely fine. I encourage that as long as it's not from a seller which is selling it second hand, or like a scalper, I believe the word is, because you're just encouraging people to collect these collectibles as they are already. They shouldn't be collectibles, they should just be add-ons. I don't know, but they're collectibles and they're making them into some becoming really rare. And this was a problem when Amiibo first came out, I know. They were getting very expensive. But now it seems like Nintendo, the only ones Nintendo are producing are the new ones. Even the Mario series, Super Mario series, I think the original Mario, Luigi, they're all getting a bit more pricey because Nintendo just aren't making them anymore. If I think of the latest run amiibo, which would probably be Breath of the Wild, a lot of those, the Zelda series, are getting more expensive. And you could argue that, say, I think it's the Guardian packs. There's the pack that has the 4 amiibo in it, which is quite expensive. You can say, oh, they're just hiring the retail price. But it's not that, it's just kind of turns you off collecting them. Like, if amiibo were cheaper, and maybe not cheaper, I'm perfectly fine paying for what Nintendo asks for them, but they're just not available. And another problem which kind of ties in with this, this is absolutely no disrespect. I completely adore what these companies are doing. I think it's a brilliant business strategy. But I've noticed 2 companies at the moment called limited run games and super rare games, and they have just exploded at the moment. I found out about super rare games a few months ago. They were the ones I originally found out about, and they are a video game publisher, specifically Nintendo Switch, where they publish indie games in a physical format rather than just on the eShop, which is amazing. If I made a game, got it on the eShop, and someone could physically make a physical copy of that for me, I would be so thankful. That is amazing. But there's a problem, in my opinion, might not be your opinion, that the product, I think it's Super Rare Games, they only make about 3,000 copies per game, which is insane. It's absolutely insane, and you can argue this is very, very different from Amiibo, because Amiibo you can only get in the physical copy, but obviously because these started off as digital games, you can just buy them on the eShop. But if you're anything like me, you would very, very much prefer the physical copies of the game. I don't know why, it just appeals to me. It probably appeals to other people as well, and I completely understand why you'd want a digital copy, because it's a lot more convenient. But there's something good about collecting these games, and then making them this price is just asking. It's literally begging people to buy them and resell them at a later date for a higher price. Limited run games has been doing this for a lot longer, I think. They're not just limited to Nintendo Switch games. They do PS4. I think they do PS Vita, but they do the Switch as well. I haven't really seen many of those pop up, but they're now doing Ukulele Platonic Games. Have I don't know who reached out to who, but there's now a physical copy of Ukulele for Switch, which is unfair because Ukulele has a physical release for every other platform, Xbox One, PS4. I think they've probably even made a PC physical copy out there, and Wii U. I think no, it wasn't out on Wii U. Sorry, but this is not right because Ukulele. Oh, if all the other platforms get it in this physical format, why shouldn't Nintendo do it? And again, another argument you can make is that cartridges are a lot more expensive. They're a solid state. They're a solid state format. They're not in discs, so storage is going to be a lot more expensive, especially with games like Ukulele, which I think are around 15 gigabytes, 20 gigabytes maybe. And that's just it's going to be expensive to produce. I understand that, but it's just so gutting that, because if you want to be a Nintendo fan and own every physical game you can, it's impossible. It is. They're making it. These companies are making it so hard to get a complete collection of these games. It's just, and another example. I think it's Toe Jam and L, Back in the Groove. I didn't really understand this one, but I think it's just they're making a cover for the Genesis game, I think. I don't know why they're doing it, but they're making a collector's cover for the Genesis game, and I think they're also publishing a physical copy of Back in the Groove when it is released for Switch. And I'm not so much of a fan of it. I've played Toe Jam and L, but so obviously this is a Genesis game. They're going to be fans, and they're obviously going to make a lot of money for this, because it's if you the same thing happened with Amiibo. If you make a false sense of like limited availability, which obviously these aren't false, but Amiibo were originally. These are limited availability. It makes people want to buy them because they think, I'm never going to be able to get this again. If I'm going to get this, I'm going to get it now, because otherwise I don't want to buy it on eBay for £100 next week. So that's just one thing I think the video game, or not video game, just video game publisher community should stop doing. It's just, I don't know why. I completely understand why people love it. There's like some competitive edge to it. People like getting the copies that they can, but just for the people like me, which obviously can't buy as many games as these getting pumped out, Super Rare Games are making one every month, and they're £30, which, fair enough, £30 isn't the price of a £50 full Switch game, but £30 is still a lot every month for a new game coming out, and especially considering the games that they're publishing are a lot cheaper than that in digital format anyway. And again, I understand it probably costs them a bit to produce them, especially in a small, because they're not really buying it in bulk, like a large amount of bulk. They're buying it in about 3,000, and they sell. They certainly sell. So I'm not sure if anyone's going to listen to this and agree. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd really like to hear your your voice towards this subject, and I'd very like you. It'd be interesting for you to prove me wrong, make me change my decision, what I feel about these things, and also let me know if you agree. I'd like to know if you're also tired of this happening in the industry. Um, Obviously, like I said, it happens in lots of other industries like clothing, music. There's probably like physical, limited run DVDs which are signed or something. Um, but that's just I don't know. I only know about the game and stuff. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you like this type of video where I can just talk about a subject. Maybe I'll do some more of them in the future. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.